Well, hello, out of the park baseball fans. How is everybody doing tonight? It is good to see you all. We are back for episode 10. Yes, 10. 10. We've done 10 of these, Gus Ramsey. GnR run the Mets. How are you, Gus?
I'm great, Rich. I'm great. I'm ready for tonight. I've got my David Wright bat, so we can. I think we're going to score a lot of runs on this West Coast trip. So I'm ready for some offense. And first and foremost, I almost break a window in my house
Well,
with my
yeah, and
bat.
that bat was right above my head, too. So I'm trying to make sure I don't make any
You
bad
know,
decisions.
I'm not much of a drinker, but I am going to break out a cold one, which for me is a bottle of water to toast the '86 Mets,
Yes.
Dream Bracket 2
Yes.
champions. Almost
Yes.
blew the 3-1 lead, but won a big game seven behind Bobby O. Here to the '86 Mets.
That's right. Here to the best team of all time. It's official. There is no argument whatsoever.
Shut up and appreciate it, America.
What a team, huh? What a team. I mean,
I
let's.
will say it's a little surprising to me, only in so much as there are clearly better offensive teams throughout the history of the game, and
Yeah.
even in the time frame that you used. Um,
Well,
and
let's be clear. It was MLB. Like MLB picked the teams, they picked
yeah,
the rosters and stuff. So it
yeah,
wasn't. We were
but
just the tool to.
regardless,
Yeah.
regardless, I mean, if you just took that lineup and okay, like it's a nice lineup, and for its time, it was a good lineup. But
Yes.
I'm not saying I wouldn't say it's an all time great lineup.
No, definitely not.
Um, the pitching staff is strong for sure. The bullpen good, but I wouldn't call it great. So they won 108 games, absolutely, but I'm a little surprised, mostly just because generally Sims aren't kind to these kind of teams because they weren't a big on base percentage team. They don't have a 45 homer guy. They don't have a huge stolen base guy. But throughout the tournament, we saw how good the pitching was. Darling was
He
incredible.
was unbelievable.
Ojeda was really good.
Yeah.
Spade was very good. I mean, Gooden had their worst ERA of their four starting pitchers,
Yeah.
and that was still a 3-1. So, those four horsemen. I think when we talked about that thing at the start, I said both teams are kind of similar. If they go anywhere, it's going to be on the backs of their pitching staff, and good for them. More validation for the '86 Mets.
And it's funny, and I know we got a lot of 2020 Mets to do here, but it's funny, Gus. That team, I was a kid, not a young kid. I was a teenager, I should say, a kid, teenager when I first really started being able to follow the Mets for real. In like 1981, 82, a little bit in 1980, right? But I really my like the core of my baseball learning was watching that 81 82 Mets team evolve into 1983 when all of a sudden, for the first time ever in 1983, as a Mets fan, you started to think, oh, wait, there's something here, right? When they got like Keith Hernandez. And then 1984 was such a incredible year. And then 85, the heartbreak loss at the very end of the season, when they had to beat the Cardinals three in a row. They got the first two and then lost a heartbreaker. And then 86. Like, the 86 team was a great team, but as I was watching it, because I was so familiar with all of the players, it it didn't feel like that dominant, amazing team. And then in the playoffs, Gus, they could have just as easily lost to the Astros as they did beat them. That every inning of that series was which I just remember just clutching my chest. It was so intense. The games at Shea, the games in Houston, and then that World Series, the Red Sox won the first two games at Shea. I mean, in the moment, it felt like a good team, but it didn't feel like an all-time dominant team, right? And then, of course, when you have afterwards 87, the fall from grace, and then the horrific loss in 88, I thought the 88 Mets probably statistically were an even better team than the 86 Mets. So, it's just in the moment, it didn't feel like that was an all-time baseball club. It just felt like this was a good Mets team, and maybe this was our year.
Yeah, I mean, as they were building that team, you could see the nucleus of Gooden and Strawberry and Backman and Dykstra and these younger guys, and then the pitching staff for sure. And then you throw in the veterans of Carter and Hernandez, and you go, all right, this is usually how teams win. It's kind of a mix of the young talent with the veteran guys. So you could see it developing. I think going into '86, most Mets fans felt like it was going to be their season to lose it. But the playoffs are a crapshoot, and even back then, when it was just two divisions and two rounds of the playoffs, um, those are scary propositions. I think I got 6 ulcers during Game 6 of the NLCS.
Oh, that NLCS, Gus. I mean, oh,
But
there's so many moments, but like the game
oh
that
yeah,
I remember, I think it was, I don't know, it might have been Game 3, but it was where they were trailing, and then Wally Backman in the ninth led off with a bunt, went completely out of the baseline, right? I
yeah,
mean, completely out of the baseline. It was not called,
yeah.
and then was it Dykstra who hit the walk off homer?
Extra homers, yeah,
I mean, they could have lost that game, which would have been a whole thing. Charlie Kerfeld, just
yeah. They
Dave
could have lost
Smith.
the next game.
Again,
The
because they were so close to losing, it
Yeah.
didn't feel at the time like an all-time great team.
No, and that was part of the tricky part though, because they dominated the season. So just suddenly
Right,
see them in all these games where they were on the brink of losing was just kind of shocking. It'd
right,
be like, watching Mike Tyson come out and get beat up for the first 3 or 4 rounds. You're just kind of like, wait, what is happening? This isn't the team.
right,
But
right.
they are. I think what they were is a very well structured team. You had a terrifically balanced lineup. You had depth. They traded George Foster early in the year, who
Yes,
was a major locker room problem
that's
at
what
the
that was.
time.
The reports were right.
And they brought in Lee Mazzilli, another veteran switch hitting guy who everybody got along with, had already been a Met fan favorite in the '70s. You had a lot of pieces that just fit nicely. You had Backman as a switch hitter, but platooning with Tuffle. You had Kevin Mitchell as a rookie who could play a lot of positions. Davey Johnson, a very good kind of locker room manager guy, although he made a number of questionable moves in the playoffs. All the players liked him, and they were just kind of they were a well built team. Frank Cashin did a really nice job of
Yes,
putting them together. Um, so it was fun to watch then. It was fun to watch them in this tournament and bring it all home. And
absolutely.
hopefully some of that mojo will rub off on us.
That's right. That is a perfect. See, this is why you're the best in the business, Gus. That is this perfect segue.
Once a
Let's
producer,
jump.
always a producer.
Let's jump right into it. Here we
Yep.
go. We are headed out to sunny California. Let's
The great
sort of
West Coast
catch up
trip.
on where we are right now. The Mets are 46 and 31, a solid 15 games over 500. By the way, shout out to everybody in the chat tonight. What's going on? Bender, Hero, Coach, Maverick, Chris, Reddy, Bender Guy. It's good to see all of our friends here tonight. Kaz Cappy. Oh, Kaz Cappy, I got major problems in Perfect Team. We'll have to talk about that some other time. It's good to see everybody here in the chat tonight. I hope everybody is being safe out there. Okay, so the Mets, 15 games over 500, 2 games behind the Atlanta Braves, a solid 5.5 ahead, in playoff contention, leading the wild card. The National League East is by far the best team, the best division in the National League this year. So that's where we are. You can see sort of how our lineup has been performing and how our
Well,
pitching
draw
has been.
your attention to the far right hand side of the screen under the Who's Not column,
Yeah,
and we see Pete Alonso 0 for his last 24, which coincides with his return from the disabled list, where we did not send him to Syracuse for any rehab. So
I'm thinking that was a mistake, Gus.
perhaps, but Ken Griffey Jr. never took rehab games, and so it was good enough for Junior. Should be good enough for Pete. Can you click on the info tab? Let's just kind of look at the month by month. So we had a great March, a great April, solid May, and June is always June. But
Yes.
these next 14 games are against the Giants and the Padres, who are not good. So there's an opportunity here to, even though it's a West Coast trip, to pick up some ground. So we're going to jump right in, because on the mound for the Giants in Game 1 is Johnny Cueto, who tormented the Mets in the 2015 World Series, and I want to get some payback.
All right. So here's what we're planning on tonight. We're going to do this West Coast trip. We got 4 games in San Francisco, 3 in San Diego. We're going to play 2 games, we're saying, Gus, is what we're going to do?
We're going to play game one against the Giants, and then we're going to play game two against the Padres because that's scheduled to be Chris Paddock, who mouthed off early and often last year about Pete Alonso and was whining about Alonso being player of the month and I'll be rookie of the year at the end of the year. Wah, wah, wah. So I want to give it to Mr. Paddock as well. So
Good. All right.
That's the strategy. So tonight, Johnny Cueto, we got our regular lineup in there. But Mr. Alonso is struggling a little bit. So here's what I want to do. I want to take Ahmed Rosario and hit him 2.
All right.
I want to hit Mr. McNeil 3. Cespedes 4. Conforto 5. Alonso 6. And Robbie Cano, who's 351 batting average, are going to hit the 7. And that's just the depth of this lineup. I don't feel bad about putting Robbie down there. Love to have a deep lineup. So that's what we're going to go with in San Francisco at Oracle Park. Looks like it's a 9:45 p.m. Eastern start. When I was a kid, these were the fun games. You see if you could stay up all the way through.
I had such a hard time. I used to remember being so excited coming home from school on Friday when the Mets were out west. I'm like, yes, I can stay up all night, watch the game, and I would be conked out by the 5th inning every time.
Yeah, take the transistor radio with you to bed and turn it on and fall asleep, listen to Bob Murphy.
And of course, that's back in the days, Gus, where I didn't have cable TV, right? So I only got to watch the Mets games when they were on Channel 9, which was, a decent amount, but it certainly wasn't every game. So when I remember getting very upset when I would fall asleep during a Channel 9 game because I knew it might be a week before I could watch them again.
Well, it's come full circle because now I have a hard time staying up to watch when they're on the West Coast,
That's
too.
Right. That's right. Well, all right, let's get out here. Here we are. It is beautiful San Francisco, Oracle Park. Beautiful day. We've got...
Look at our old buddy Wilmer Flores playing first base for them.
I miss Wilmer. I love Wilmer Flores.
Billy Hamilton in center. Yaz out there and right. This is not a very old Buster Posey now behind the plate. This is a beatable team, so let's try to get some work done tonight.
All right, so here's Nemo leading off. We doing anything other or just swinging away?
We're just swinging away. He's got that 430 on base percentage. That's got to be way up there among the leaders.
All right, they're 32 and 45, so they're struggling. It's 62 degrees, and the wind is blowing in at 12 miles an hour. So
sounds like San Francisco.
Might be a little tough to knock one over the wall. We'll see. Here's Nimmo leading off with a base hit. You like to see that. Solid single, and we got a man on first with nobody out to start the game. What's that?
Swinging away with Mr. Rosario.
All right, swinging away. 2-2 count to Rosario, who had a really rough start of the season. But as you can see, he's picked it up, and there's another hit. So now we got first and second with nobody. A little blooper. They weren't. If you notice, Nimmo wasn't quite sure if he should go or not, but it got over the second baseman's head, and now it's first and second, nobody out.
I'd like to put some runs on the board early here. Mr. McNeil, one of the big RBI guys in baseball for a while there, since like it in the 40s here for the last few bit, but
yeah,
still at batting average, still a run producer.
Are we swinging away or putting guys in motion at all?
We're swinging away.
All right. 0-1 to McNeil. And that is a ground ball. That is a diving play made to keep it in the infield, but that's an infield single. Bases loaded. Nobody out. Oh, boy. This is how I like to start a ball game, Gus.
In 2015, I believe it was, Mr. Cespedes had a huge series out in San Francisco. Hit a home run in every game of the series, I believe.
That sounds right to me.
Let's see what he can do here.
All right, Ioannis. 0-1 count. That is hit to, looks like, very shallow center, unfortunately. In fact, play is made by the shortstop. So that is, other than a double play, that's the last thing you want there.
That's right. I love Conforto up in this spot. Sinker ball pitcher on the mound facing the lefty batter. clear the landing.
All right. 2-2 count to Conforto, and he makes contact. It looks like it's a slow roller. They will get one, but it's only a fielder's choice, and the Mets score. They have a one-run lead with 2 outs, first and third, for the ice cold Pete Alonso.
Well, let's see if dropping him down in the order helps him any.
1-2 count to Alonso. Make it 0 for 25. Ouch. So bases loaded, nobody out. We only get 1 run, Gus. No other way to look at that other than a little disappointing.
A little, but the Mets have a long history of not scoring at all when they have bases loaded and nobody out. So I'll take it.
Fair point.
Take it. We got to keep this guy off the bases. Let's bring the corners in.
All right. Corners in for the incredibly fast Billy Hamilton. And he looks like he's swinging at the first pitch. Matz has not been good. 3-7 and 5.29. He will pick it up, a slow roller to the pitcher, though, and he'll get him out. So 1 away for Slater.
Austin Slater, the son of A.C. Slater from Saved by the Bell. Very exciting.
2-2 count to him, and he rips it. That's going to be at least a single. Looks like the play will be made. So yeah, that's a 1-out single, and he's on first. So here's Yastrzemski. We go in double play depth for Yaz.
Yes, we are, and we'll hold the runner.
Double play depth and holding the runner. 1-2 to Yastrzemski, and he hits it pretty well to right, but that wind is going to absolutely crush it. Play is made by the center fielder. 2 away now.
That's the deepest part of the park. Here's Dan Gilbert, the Cavaliers owner, who's just got done penning a letter to LeBron, and now he's going to swing the bat.
All right. Full count to Gilbert, and he grounds it past the shortstop, and that's a base hit. We're going to have first and third with 2 away here. Big spot early. Matz, if you can get out of this with Flores, of course. Who else but Wilmer up, right?
All I know is don't pitch it down and in. That's Wilmer's sweet spot. You got to go up and away.
2-2 to Flores, and that is a high fly ball to left field. It should be made, and the play is made. So Matz dances around the raindrops and gets out of it with no runs.
Technically a shutdown inning. We'll give him credit.
Absolutely. All right, so now here's Cano, Ramos, and Matz. Robbie has been fantastic. He loves the support he gets from Gus Ramsey, hitting .351 for the season. He's got a 2-2 count, and that is hit to straightaway center field and over the center fielder's head. That is all the way to the wall. That is going to be a stand-up double, leadoff double for Cano. So the Mets continue to put men on base. Nobody out, man on first. Ramos and then the pitcher. Interesting spot here, Gus.
Tell you what, you got to hit a ball hard to get it over Billy Hamilton's head. So,
no kidding.
Maybe he was cheating in or something. Ramos is swinging away. He's done very well hitting the ball to right field all season long.
He can't hit it into a double play with a man on second, and he grounds it down to first. Would have been a double play, but it's not. So now there's a man on third with 1 away. Unfortunately, the pitcher is up. Any thoughts on doing some squeeze bunting or anything?
Stephen Matz is a pretty good hitting pitcher. He can make contact. Look at them; they're bringing the infield in. So I'll definitely swing away.
All right,
over their heads.
Can Matz do it? It's a 2-2 count. He swings and strikes out. So now we got Cano at third with 2 away and Nimmo at the plate.
And we're swinging away with Mr. Nimmo.
All right. He swings at the first pitch, and that is grounded into the properly positioned shortstop's glove. And so that is...
That's right. I like the way we're swinging the bat so far against Mr. Cueto.
That's right, Bender. This is the Robbie Cano peak card. No doubt about that. All right, bottom 2.
This is a little scary matchup here. Longoria on the downside of his career, but still very good against lefties. Got to be careful here.
Here's the pitch. He's swinging at the first pitch, and he grounds it right to the shortstop. Over to first, 1 away. Here is the all-time great Buster Posey. He's a Hall of Fame lock, right, Gus?
I would have to look at his offensive numbers, but certainly he's on the plus side of it for sure. All those championships, that goes a long way for a catcher.
He grounds it down to first, 2 away. I don't know when I was having a conversation with the chat the other day, Gus, and we'll get to it in a minute. Here's Solano with nobody on and 2 out. And he grounds it over to second, 3 away.
when he got the balls.
If you had asked me, Gus, if you asked me the question, just and I hadn't looked, if Tony Fernandez was in the Hall of Fame, I would have said, "Oh yeah, Tony Fernandez is in the Hall of Fame." Turns out, not only is Tony Fernandez not in the Hall of Fame, he basically got no votes and got thrown off the ballot right
Yeah.
away. I'm shocked about that. I thought he was a Hall of Famer. What do you think about it? What's your Tony Fernandez Hall of Fame conversation look like?
I'm very picky when it comes to the Hall of Fame. I'm one of those that's not the Hall of Very Good.
Right.
And I think Tony had a nice career, but honestly, because I'm old school, like my first line of defense is that I think he was a Hall of Famer when I watched him play. And I don't. Someday I'll have grandkids. I won't be putting them on my knee going, "Let me tell you about watching Tony Fernandez play baseball."
Okay.
I think he was nice. He was a very valuable player and definitely all-star caliber, but I don't know. And I'd have to look at his numbers, but
Right.
he never struck me as, oh my gosh, this
Okay.
guy's one of the best in the league.
Yeah. I was just I thought it was. I just remember every time watching him play, thinking, "Wow, he's really good. He's really good at baseball."
Yeah, he definitely was good. That's for sure.
All right, Rosario grounds out. Here's McNeil. McNeil's got a 1-0 pitch, and he pops that in foul territory. The play is made by Posey two-away. Here is Cespedes, who had that hard struck double to lead off. He hits it really high. That's pretty far. It has a chance. Oh, play is made at the center field wall. So that is it. Still 1-0 Mets, heading to the bottom of the third.
So Tony Fernandez had 2,276 career hits.
That's a lot.
Scored 1,000 runs, 288 career batting average with a 347 on base, 746 OPS. He was never, his highest MVP vote was an 8th place in 1987. He had 200 hits in the season once, a couple 186s.
He was a really good fielder. I don't know if there's any sort of fielding numbers.
He won 4 Gold Gloves.
Okay.
Which in the 80s in the American League was pretty good.
Yeah.
He was winning all the ones in the National League. So yeah, I mean he might be in your Hall of Very Good.
Okay.
I don't know that he's an all-time great shortstop.
All right. Cueto leads off, and he flies out. So now here's the speedy Hamilton. We're bringing the corners in for him again with 1 out.
Yes, please.
All right. Here's Hamilton. He's got a 2-0 pitch. This is dangerous. He lines out to the shortstop, 2 away for Slater. 1-0 to Slater. And that is ripped down to third, picked up and thrown. So Mats, 3 innings, 2 hits, no runs.
Only 32 pitches.
Yeah.
Very economical. The Giants being very aggressive against him.
All right, Conforto, Alonso, and Cano.
Cueto, on the other hand, all the way up to 46 already.
It'd be nice if the Mets could make him work really hard and we could get to that bullpen in the first game of the series. Unfortunately, that's a pop-out to lead off for Conforto. Here's Alonso on a 0 for 25 streak. Just by pure math, this has got to be a home run right here, right? It's just got to be. Oh, it's another strikeout, 0 for 26. Whew. Here's Cano.
We're gonna Chili Davis is gonna have to work some overtime with Alonso.
Seriously, my goodness. 2-1 to Cano, and what do you know? There's another base hit. Robbie is 2 for 2 on the day.
Halfway to the cycle, of course, Robbie Cano always a threat to hit a triple.
Always.
Assuming the outfielders are shot while chasing after the ball or something.
Here's Wilson Ramos, who cannot hit into a double play because there are 2 outs. 2-1 to Ramos, and he rips it down to third. Perfect double play ball. Don't need to. Over to first.
You're fixated on the Ramos double play.
I love Wilson Ramos. I'm a huge fan of the Buffalo. He's a double play machine. And I love him. Huge fan. Double play machine.
Yastrzemski gave one a bit of a ride last time, but the wind knocked it down. I believe he hit pretty well against lefties last year in real life.
Yastrzemski on a full count grounds over to Rosario, 1 away.
Mr. Matt's keeping the ball in the infield a bunch here.
Yeah. Here is Gilbert. He swings at the first pitch. We like that. That is ripped past Rosario. We don't like that. That's a base hit.
No, he's hit the ball well a couple of
So
times.
he's at first with one away for our man, Wilmer Flores.
Let's go double play depth because just like Mr. Ramos, Mr. Flores not exactly fleet of foot.
Oh, we're not holding Gilbert, though, are we?
Um, I think it's no. You're fine. Go ahead and
All right.
pitch.
1-2 to Wilmer. And that is hit pretty well to deep
That's trouble.
center. And that is over the head. That's going to be second and third. Oh, no. What is happening here? Some craziness. A run will score. Wilmer will be thrown out at third. So now the bases are empty, but the Giants get a run. It's 1-1.
I don't know that I've ever seen Wilmer hit a triple. He probably has, but not many.
All right. So, well, that's what he didn't get a triple there either. He got a double and was thrown out.
The idea of him going for a triple is
Yeah.
kind of comical.
Exactly. Maybe he thought they were going to be throwing it home, which kind of looked like they should have, but that's okay. All right, here's Longoria. 2-0 count to him, and he rips it over to Rosario, over to first, and there you go. Over to first, not 1-2-3. The Giants get one. It's 1-1 in the top of the fifth.
2 career triples for Wilmer, one in 2014 and one in 2017.
Yeah, and he's staying at 2 with that one. All right, here's Matt's 2-0 count to him. He's swinging on the 2-0 count. He grounds it over to second. It's picked up and thrown to first for 1 away.
This is kind of what Johnny Cueto does. He never kind of overpowers you, and you might be able to put some marks on the board against him, but he doesn't give up a lot of runs.
All right, here's Nimmo, 1-2. And he strikes him out.
Sun setting out over the San Francisco Bay there.
Beautiful.
Evening.
Absolutely. And here's Rosario. He's up with nobody on and 2 away. He works a full count and then strikes out swinging. So after a strong start, the Mets have not done much of anything the last few innings. It's 1-1 in the bottom of the fifth.
Yeah, Cueto getting better as game's going on.
So it's Posey, Solano, and Cueto. 2-2 to Posey, and that's a strikeout. Is that his first strikeout? Yes, that's Matt's first strikeout of the day. Here is Solano. He's got an 0-1 count. And that is a high fly ball to shallow center field. The play is going to be made by Nimmo. 2 away for the pitcher, Cueto. Who, not surprising, staying in, not being pinch hit for, but you never know. Grounded, ripped over to Rosario, but he picks it up and throws it to Alonso. And there you go. 3 up, 3 down. Matz and Cueto in a bit of a pitcher's duel here as we head to the 6th inning. There's the bat.
Yeah, I put the bat down after the first inning. It just occurred to me. That's my fault. So here we go.
All right, here's the heart of the order. Theoretically, McNeil, Cespedes, and Conforto should be able to do something. All right, here's McNeil, and he is hit by the pitch, so he is on first with nobody out.
He does that a lot in real life. So,
Doing anything here?
no, let's swing away.
All right, here's Cespedes, who is also cold. It's a 1-0 count to him, and he grounds it to second. Taylor made double play. Oh, and they're not going to get him. It's a fielder's choice. Looks like the shortstop had a little trouble with that. So 1 away. Cespedes at first for Conforto.
Let's take a pitch.
Okay. That's ball 1.
Let's take another pitch.
That's ball 2.
Let's swing away.
All right, swinging away. 2-2 count now, and he strikes out.
Get up 2-0. That's where you got to rip the ball.
That's the 6th strikeout for Cueto. And
All right,
here's
so
Alonso.
Here's what I'm going to do to try to help Mr. Alonso. We're going to go hit and run.
All right.
See if I can just get him to think about putting the ball in play.
All right, here it is. Hit and run on an 0-2 count, and he does it. That's ripped into left field. His first hit in 27 at-bats. He puts the man on first and third with 2 away. That's what you do, Gus. This is why I call you a genius. That's why I call you a genius. I love it.
And we got Mr. Cano up.
Robbie Cano up. He's 2 for 2. He's got to get a triple here, right? I mean,
Or a homer.
Yeah,
Or a homer.
that's true. But the triple's the hard one. That's what we're looking for here. All right, first and third, full count. And that is grounded over to second. The play is made, and that's the end of the inning. 1-1 headed to the bottom of the 6th.
Hit it hard.
He did.
All right, so this is where the Mats starts are always a little scary because he's always feels like he's on the precipice of one awful inning. So we're certainly going to keep an eye on him, even though his pitch count is low. Let's bring the corners in because we're at the top of the lineup. Mr. Hamilton, and see how we do here.
All right. Full count to Hamilton. And he strikes out swinging. That's good because I didn't want him. I didn't want to walk and get him on the bases with nobody
Got
out.
to keep him off the bases for sure. Mr. Slater, let's do a little shift left here because he's hit the ball hard to the left side both times.
All right. Shift left. 2-2 count to Slater. And that is hit to right field, of course. but
in the air.
High in the air. So, yes, no problem there whatsoever. 2 outs for Yastrzemski.
And Yastrzemski, he's a normal. Yeah, we're good. Go ahead and pitch.
All right. 1-2 to Yaz. I just love saying Yaz.
Oh, it's so great.
And he strikes out.
We need I need a Brett Saberhagen child to make it to the majors so I can call someone Sabes again. I miss calling somebody Sabes. Yaz and Sabes all day.
So interesting now. We're at Ramos and then Mats and Nimmo. Any thoughts on pinch hitting? Should we warm some guys up? What's going on here?
I mean, he's pitching so well and the pitch count is so low that maybe if it was I guess. I mean, Ramos would have to hit. I don't know what he'd have to do for me to think about.
Well, let's see what he does. What do you say?
Sure, let's start with that.
All right, looks like he's going to walk. Tell me you're not swinging on 3-0. He's not. So he's on first with nobody out. So this is probably good, right? The only problem is he's got no speed. I was thinking we could bunt here, and that's the easy call.
We're still going to bunt because you know what? If he gets erased and Mats is on base, I'm okay with that because Mats is speedy. So
all right. So Mats is bunting, a good bunt down the third base line. That's what you want. So he gets the job done. He gets Ramos to second. Now it's going to take an extra base hit to get Ramos home, from second. But we'll do what we can. Here's Nimmo.
Cueto's not afraid of throwing the ball in the dirt every once in a while. Maybe we'll get a little pass ball or wild pitch and then the base hit.
He's also at 100 pitches too. So.
Yeah.
All right. So we're swinging away with Nimmo, right?
Yep.
0-1 count to Nimmo. This is a big spot if he could keep this inning going. He grounds it to second, so that's 2 outs. And now that puts Ramos at third for Rosario.
Let's take a pitch.
That is, called strike 1.
All right, now we're swinging away.
Come on, Ahmed. Come on. He strikes out. Just a little base hit would have been so nice there. All right, we're heading to the bottom of the 7th. Mats is pitching great. Gilbert, Flores, Longoria.
Let's shift left for Mr. Gilbert.
All right.
We get a lot of ground balls.
Full count. And that is grounded over to Rosario deep in the hole, but he makes the play. Over to Alonso, 1 out. Nice play. Good defense there by the Mets. Here's Flores.
Scary at bat right here. Let's go ahead and pitch.
Flores has a 2-2 count. And that is grounded to second. Play is made over to first. 2 outs. Mats continues to pitch very well. Here's Longoria.
Go ahead and pitch.
Full count to Longoria. So a lot of pitches this inning, and he walks. So now here's sort of where you definitely get concerned with Mats. He's now up to 87 pitches.
That's his first walk, yeah.
Yep.
Against Posey. Let's just hold the runner.
All right. Full count again. The runner's moving. Grounded to short. Rosario makes the play over to first, and there it is. Mats has 7 innings, 1 run, 4 hits. What a terrific outing.
Best starts of the year.
Absolutely. It's got to be.
All right. Let's get into the bullpen now, though. So they're going to have Solano, pinch hitter, Hamilton, blah, blah, blah. A lot of guys are tired. So let's warm up Diaz.
All right.
And let's go to hitting here.
All right. McNeil swinging on the first pitch, and that's going to be it's definitely a hit. I thought it might have a chance to be an extra base hit. It's a leadoff single for McNeil. He's at first with nobody out. Cueto's at 107 pitches here. He's staying in for at least one more guy.
Cespedes, well, he hit the little ground ball last time. He's cold. He's 0 for 3 today. Let's go hit and run with Mr. Cespedes. Same thing. Just try to get him to concentrate on putting the ball in play.
All right, he swings and misses. McNeil looks like he's going to get in safely, though. The ball gets by the second baseman, and all of a sudden, Gus, he's at third with nobody out. This is big.
Yeah. All right. Now we're swinging away with the infield in.
Come on, Cespedes. And that is grounded to short. That will not advance the runner because the infield was in.
Can you imagine playing infield in real life if you're a defender against you when Cespedes? How terrifying that would be. I would be so scared. All right. Well, Conforto got us a run back in the first. I like him in this spot as well.
All right. 0-1 count. And that is hit very well to deep. So that'll score the run. No doubt about that. Hit deep to right center field. The run will score easily, and the Mets will take a 2-1 lead. We like that, Gus. We like that a lot. That's what we're talking about. So now we got the lead in the eighth inning, 2-1. Nobody on, 2 outs, and Alonso at the plate.
And they're still riding Mr. Cueto.
Well, their bullpen might be as tired as ours is. Alonso grounds weakly to short, and that is it. And that's it. It's 2-1 Mets heading to the bottom of the eighth. 6 outs to go. How is Gus Ramsey going to get those 6 outs?
Well, right now we're going to let Mr. Matz ride.
All right. You got the defense guarding the lines. Is that what you want?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Okay. 0-2 count to Solano, and he strikes out. That's the way to do it. Now here's the pinch hitter in the person of Hunter Pence.
Interesting.
Playing small ball is right, Bender.
I was only hitting $143 on the year, so I'm just going to go ahead and pitch away here.
All right. 0-2 count to Pence. And that has hit a lazy fly ball to left field. And there you go. 2 away. And for the speedy Billy Hamilton, 2 outs, nobody on. Mets up 2-1.
Yeah, this was big because we set Hamilton to the right side of the plate. So well done, Mr. Matz. Let's go corners in. And pitch away.
Outfield is shallow. You all right with that?
No, let's play normal there. I don't want to give up doubles or triples here. I'll be okay with a single.
All right. Big spot here. 1-2 count. And he strikes him out. Steven Matz is having the game of the year for him. Wow.
Right,
wow.
So
and with the tired bullpen, Gus, I got to ask the question. Thoughts on Matz trying to get the complete game?
I'm having thoughts. We're also coming up on his spot in the order here. So
that's a good point.
Offensively, I want to get Lugo up.
Okay. Lugo is tired.
Slightly.
Is it slightly? I can't get it to show me.
I see 2 bars.
Yeah.
You can pitch an inning if I need him.
Okay. Trevor Gott is the pitcher. He's facing Cano. He is a righty, so no concerns there.
Guys back in the 80s have a reliever named Gott?
It's certainly possible.
Is it the same guy? Can't be. Well, now he's not the same guy, but like same. Because I remember whenever it was Gott versus Tuffle, that was German for God versus Devil.
I did not realize Tuffle was devil. I forgot.
Yeah. So that's what Tim McCarver used to say that all the time.
Yeah, that's something I knew and I had forgotten.
Yeah.
That's funny.
All right, Robbie Cano, let's see if you can get us started here.
Cano's got the 1-1 count. Gott's had a good year so far, an ERA of 1.93. And Robbie Cano says, that's all right because I'm just going to keep hitting those base hits because Gus Ramsey loves me.
Doesn't matter where he bats in the order.
Wow. What a day so far for Cano.
Ramos is just swinging away.
You know what I would normally say here, right? I'm not going to say it. 2-2 count. And he is not hitting into a double play. Wilson Ramos hits it pretty deep to right, but that wind, absolutely. I thought that was gone. The wind kills it.
I am going to, he's thrown 104 pitches.
I say we sacrifice, we keep him in, we try to get that bullpen rested.
I'm going to go to the bench here.
All right. That's why you are the boss.
And I am going to go to
Jim Gott in 85 to 87, by the way, Gus.
Jim Gott, there you go.
Thank you, Sharks boy.
Trevor's his son or something. Let's go to Jed Lowry here.
Jed Lowry will be pinch hitting for Steven Matz. All right, so here's Lowry leading off the ninth. The Mets with a precarious 2-1 lead. We'd love to get some insurance here. Excuse me, one out.
Lowry, former Oakland A,
Cano.
happy to be back in the Bay Area.
He's got a 1-1 count, and he grounds it to second. That is a tailor-made double play. My goodness. Whew. All right, so is it Lugo or is it Diaz, Gus?
It's going to be Lugo.
Okay, Lugo is coming in. Edwin Diaz does not have the confidence of his manager.
Well, not as much as Lugo does, no.
Lugo's
the closer.
Lugo has a microscopic ERA of 0.83 this year. Pretty good.
Later, let's do a little shift left.
All right, we are shifting left.
And infield, outfield, I want to play normal.
Outfield is normal. All right. 3 outs to go. 0-1 count. Lugo is tired, but he's giving it his best shot. And that is a base hit to lead off the ninth. Man on first. Nobody else. Yastrzemski at the plate. You think they're going to be going small ball, or you think they're going for the win?
Absolutely not. They want to go big fly here. Double play depth and hold the runner.
Double play depth, hold the runner. 2-2 count to Yastrzemski, and he strikes out. A big out. Big out. 1 out. Man on first. Cleanup hitter Gilbert at the plate.
Double play depth and hold the runner.
Double play depth. Outfield is deep. Do you want a deep or normal?
Deep is good. No doubles.
All right. Holding the runner. Swings at the first pitch. And that is a base hit to right. Trouble, trouble, trouble. It's going to be first and third.
Pull him out.
With 1 out. He's safe.
All right. Wilmer. Old buddy Wilmer. Let's go double play depth. Let's visit the mound.
He can still kick it up a notch, he says.
Yeah, hit change pitcher for me, though. And then let's get Diaz up again, just because.
He's ready, by the way.
Yep. And then let's go back to the game action.
Okay.
This is, he's almost in the red already. So double play depth and hold the runner. See if we can get 2 and get out of here.
Big spot. 1-0 count. That is grounded to short. Can it be 2? Over first, and it is dropped.
Oh, God. Oh. That was on Rosario. All right. Let's get Diaz into the game for Mr. Lugo.
All right. Diaz is in. Belt is the pinch hitter.
Ooh, good move here. Yeah, we're good. Go ahead and pitch away.
Full count from Diaz. And that is grounded into the shift over to second for 1, and that's a double play. We've got extra innings in San Francisco with an exhausted bullpen at the start of a 7-game West Coast road trip, guys.
Well, I don't feel bad about it. Matz was pitching well, but he was up there, and he falls apart quickly, and Lugo's been amazing, and even though he was a little tired, he's still more trustworthy than Diaz. So, that's baseball, but we still got some work to do here. They bring in their lefty. Let's get some runs.
All right. Nimmo's up, swinging away with him.
Yes, sir.
Full count to Nimmo. And he walks. So the leadoff man is on with speed. Not blazing speed, but decent speed.
Let's take a pitch here.
All right. Rosario takes strike 1.
Okay. What are they doing? They got their corner in. Let's swing away.
All right.
Ahmed can find a gap.
And Rosario grounds it past the second baseman. That's a base hit. The Mets are going to have first and third, assuming he's not thrown out, and he's not. First and third, nobody out. Nobody out. Free baseball, Bender. You're exactly right. And McNeil, who for a while was leading the league in RBIs. I don't think he is anymore. But
2 for 3 today, though. We're swinging away with him.
All right, this is big.
They
This
got
is
the
big.
infield in.
Full count to McNeil, and he walks. Bases loaded, nobody out. And by the way, is Diaz the guy that we want, or do we want to be warming up somebody?
No, Diaz is there. He was fresh,
Okay. Yes, he was.
and he only threw like 2 pitches, so he's
That's
fine.
right.
We're gonna swing away with Mr. Cespedes here against the lefty.
2-1 count to Cespedes. And he hits it well, pretty well. Okay, it looks like we got a decision to make here, Gus.
We're sending him.
We're sending him. All right, here we go. And he was thrown out.
By Billy Hamilton from 350 feet away.
What the heck happened? How do I find out what just happened?
Did he trip and fall on the way home?
What the heck? Why can't I do this here? Running from third, tags out. He's out at home. Rosario to third, McNeil to second.
Okay.
All right.
Somewhere along the way, Billy Hamilton got a good throwing on.
So here's Conforto with 2 outs now, second and third. 2-2 count. And that is hit to shallow left field, and that is going to end the inning.
If Billy Hamilton ever throws out Brandon Nimmo from that spot, ever, I will give everybody on this stream $1 million.
Do a replay? I should have done a replay. That's right, I should have done a replay. Oh, well. All right, here's Posey. Diaz to Posey. 1-2 count to him. And that's a ground ball to short. Over to first, 1 away. Here is Solano. Full count to him. And that's a ground ball down to Alonso, who picks it up and makes the play, 2 away. And here's the pinch hitter, the Panda himself, Pablo Sandoval. Diaz gets a 1-1 count, and that is a ground ball, a slow ground ball to shortstop. And Sandoval, who cannot run quickly, is thrown out. Thank goodness. I thought that was going to be some kind of a infield hit, but it was not. So Diaz, give him credit, 4 outs. Excellent pitching, but I got to imagine, Gus, we need somebody else up in the bullpen now, right?
Well, for no other reason than his spot might come up here. So let's warm up Mr. Walker. He's fresh.
Yep.
And he can give us length.
That's right. All right. And Nick Vincent is in the game. If nothing else, we're getting to their bullpen too. So that's something. Noble Tiger. No outs, bases loaded, ending with team incapable of getting easy run. That's pretty good. I like that. All right. So Alonso at the plate here. Swinging away with the polar bear. Has been in a horrific slump, but he did get a hit tonight, and there's another hit. So maybe he's coming around, Gus. There's a leadoff hit from Alonso. He's at first with nobody away, and Robbie Cano at the plate. Robbie 3 for 4 tonight.
Swinging away.
Swinging away. 1-1 count to Cano. Can he make it 4 for 5? He can. Robbie Cano is on fire, and the Mets have first and second with nobody out. And Ramos at the plate.
Swinging away.
1-1 to Ramos, and he pops it up in the infield. 1 away.
We are going to go to Eduardo Nunez got that big hit for us on the last stream, so let's stick with Mr. Nunez.
I love it. All right, here's Nunez. He's up first and second, 1 away. Nick Vincent on the mound. Got a 1-2 count, and he puts it on the ground right to the shortstop, over to second for 1, and over to first for the double play. My goodness, this is frustrating. All right, we're going to put in Waka, I presume?
Yes, sir.
All right, Waka's on the mound. It's pretty much his game now. Here's Billy Hamilton. What are you doing with the infield?
Corners in.
Corners in. Waka gets an 0-2 count to Hamilton. And that is a leadoff hit for Hamilton. So the speedy Hamilton is on first. 80 speed, the highest you can have.
Let's pitch out.
We are pitching out. Hamilton is not moving. Looks like there was a bunt that was put on.
All right, so corners in. Yeah, hold the runner.
Corners in, holding the runner. He is not bunting. It's a walk. So now it's first and second, nobody out.
Got to go double play depth here and hold the runner.
Double play depth, holding the runner, 1-0 count, and that is hit well. That's far. That is a walk-off, 3-run home run, and the Mets blow it. And there's no other word than blowing it. We blew it tonight, Gus. We should have scored 7 runs.
Well, this is the first time since we've done this that I'm frustrated by the game, because there's no way in hell that Brandon Nimmo is getting thrown out by Billy Hamilton where that ball was hit. So, it is what it is. It's a loss, and we'll have to bounce back.
We're not going to look at actually, we will just take a quick look at that fantastic outing by Mats, who got robbed of a win. 8 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run. Fantastic effort by Steven Matz in the loss. Lugo with the blown save. Diaz pitches very well, and then Waka gets nobody out. Nobody out at all.
Well, yeah, and in fairness to Lugo, he got a double play ball.
Right.
And Rosario booted it or made a bad throw or whatever. So,
unearned run.
That was just one of those, we weren't meant to win the games.
Yep, exactly. So.
And as I told you last week, when the Mets go west, they lose the first game in California.
You're right.
90% of the time since 1970.
That's amazing. That's amazing. All right. So we're gonna sim the next 3 games of this series, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. You want to do the lineups or just hit the button? What would you prefer?
No, let's do the lineups.
All right.
We got a lefty going here. So, I want JD Davis in it. Put JD in left field for Cespedes because he's ice cold.
Okay.
And then hit Ramos clean up and drop Alonso to 6.
Okay.
And Robbie Cano's got to be in the game. Put Robbie in for Jed Lowry.
Okay.
And hit Robbie 3. And then hit McNeil 5.
Okay.
And I'm good with that.
All right. So we are going to press the button and simulate the whole game. Let's see what happens. Yes, that's what we want. And the Mets win 2-1 in extra innings. This time they get 1 in the 10th. That's what we needed. Conforto hits the home run off of your guy Gott, and the Mets win.
Pinch hit homer.
Well done, Mets. Stroman pitched well again. So it's nice to see Mats and Stroman pitching well. Stroman goes 6 1/3, no earned runs. 6 hits, 8 strikeouts. Betances comes in, pitches well. Familia pitches well. Wilson gets the win, and Brock gets the save. Interesting use of the bullpen, but it worked there, no doubt. Meanwhile, look at Anderson. 9 innings, 1 earned. Great for him, too. But Mets win, Gus. Mets win. We needed that.
We'll take it.
We will take it. Indeed. All right. Let's take a quick look at the standings. That leaves us only 1 game behind the Braves. They must have lost a couple in a row. I like that. Let's finish the day. Make sure that that's still how it is. Yes. Oh, we received a trade proposal, Gus. The Rangers want to send us 22-year-old minor league right-handed pitcher Daniel Vasquez, and they want Robert Gesellman in return. Now, you know me, Gus. I have no problem getting rid of Robert Gesellman. I mean, I like him, but he's also not very good.
Well, if it doesn't make sense for Bernie Van Wagen, it doesn't make sense to me either. So we'll decline that.
All right, we're going to go ahead and hop into the game and against the Giants and set our lineups here. What are you thinking today, Gus?
All right, they've got someone I've never heard of. Triggs. Andrew Triggs. Not familiar with Andrew's work. And we've got Mr. DeGrom. I am going to give Dom a spot start at first for Mr. Alonso.
Who is? I'm sorry. Dom? Okay.
Yeah.
Dom's going in for Alonso. Perfect.
And I'm going to put JD back out there in left field for Cespedes.
Okay.
And I'm going to hit. All right, bear with me here. So we're going to go Rosario 2.
Where is he? There he is.
Cano 3. Ford 04 Davis. McNeil 6. And Dom and Ramos. Yep, good to go.
All right. Here we go. We need this one, Gus. Do we get the win? We do. 6-4. Another extra inning game. This one goes to 11. This one goes to 11. And the Mets win 6-4. They get 2 in the 11th with a Jeff McNeil run-scoring single.
Robbie Cano 4 for 5.
But look what happened here, Gus. So the Mets get 4 in the first, and then the Giants chip away. They got 1 in the first, but then 1 in the 6th, 1 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th.
Dom Smith 2 for 4. Spot start.
Look at McNeil, 3 for 5, 4 RBI. He's at 51 now for the year. Very interesting. And look at that pitching line. My goodness, it's a parade. DeGrom goes 6, 2 runs, 1 earned. Diaz, 2/3, gives up a run. Wilson gives up a run. Brock, who's, now it's at least a couple of scoreless, although he did get the blown save, so it looks like he gave up 2 hits. Waka, Familia, Betances, Lugo. We basically used our entire pitching staff, but it worked. Lugo up to 7-0 with a 2-inning victory. Well done by him. ERA down to 0.77. Boy, 7-0 with an 0.77 ERA and a whole bunch of saves. That's a pretty darn good season. Wow.
Yeah. So that's 3 straight extra inning games to start this trip.
And we had not had a day off. If you look at our schedule here for a second, we haven't had a day off since over a week ago, and we were tired heading here in the first place. So let's look at our pitching staff here. I mean, it's not impossible. I guess we might want to think about maybe. I know in the real world it probably wouldn't work, but maybe bringing somebody in. Look at everyone's exhausted. Well, we got to finish today. Yeah, let me finish today first here. All right. So Waka's fresh. Wilson exhausted. Diaz exhausted. Lugo exhausted. Familia exhausted. Bratch is tired. Betances is tired. Oh, man. Everyone's wiped out. Would you want to potentially try to bring somebody in?
So the issue with the bullpen is all of those guys are pretty much out of options. So what I want to do is let's look at the lineups. And I basically have an extra bat. So I'm going to send Marisnik down.
I was just counting guys. Okay. Let's see. What do I want to do here? I want to send Marisnik down.
Yeah, scroll down, find Marisnik, and drag him over to Syracuse.
All right. Okay.
And then let's find a relief pitcher there.
You want a relief pitcher? Yeah, okay.
Let's go with my old buddy, Mr. Seawald.
All right.
He's on the uptick anyway. Hopefully he's fresh.
Let's see. He is.
All right, good. And now let's go into strategy.
Okay.
And we're going to ask Mr. Syndergaard to give us some innings here. So let's go to player strategy for Noah. And well, we're pretty slow with him already as a starter.
Want me to
Let's
tick it up a little bit? Maybe
no,
get rid.
let's go to 125 on the pitch count.
Okay.
And,
All right.
and then let's jump into the game.
All right. Got a chance here to win 3 out of 4.
Maybe he'll dial one up for us.
And I don't care how good or bad a team is. Winning 3 out of 4 is good no matter what.
So they got Mr. Samardzija. Ramos needs a day, so let's put Nito in there for Ramos.
All right.
And let's move Cano back up to the 3 spot for Alonso. Let's put Rosario in the 2 hole. Let's go Alonso 5, McNeil 6, Cespedes 7. So Nino, Rosario, Cano, Conforto. Yeah, I'm good with that.
All right.
Let's see if Mr. Syndergaard can stay hot.
All right. Come on, Thor. Do it for us, man. Do it. We could use this. And we get it. 8-2. No extra innings needed this time. No extras needed this time. McNeil with his 20th double of the year. He gets another 3 RBI day. Wow. Great day for McNeil. Syndergaard has 2 RBIs as well. Look at that. I love that. Syndergaard goes 7 1/3. Waka comes in, so didn't need to use the bullpen other than Waka. That was a huge. And look at that, 114 pitches. So he didn't didn't need to get all the way up to 125. That was huge. That was great. Nice call. Good work.
Robbie with an offer, but everybody else in the lineup had a hit.
Yeah, Cespedes 2 for 4. Alonso 1 for 4 with an RBI. Did he have a home run?
A lot of doubles. No, just a ton of doubles.
No homers. Okay. And he had a 2-out RBI too, so that's good. We need him to come around. Obviously, I mean, Captain Obvious here, but
we do 6 walks. So.
All right. So we 3 out of 4. You gotta like that.
Yeah, could have been a sweep, but we'll certainly take the 3 out of 4.
Oh, look out! Fred Wilpon sent us a note. He is very excited by how the team has performed. Keep it going. He has faith that you will surpass all expectations. He's been ecstatic with your progress towards the goals he set out for us, Gus. Ecstatic.
Mr. Wilpon, those are very kind words, and if you would be so kind as to sell the team, we'd all be very happy. So thank you for your thoughts and your best wishes. I hope that Mr. Cohen returns your calls and we can move forward.
All right, let's take a look at the standings here real quick too, as we got a 3-game set against the Padres. So we after that, we came into the 4-game set, 2 games behind the Braves. We pick up 1. We're 1 game behind the Braves. We are 2.5 up on the Phillies for the top wild card. So far, it has not been a West Coast trip of death by any stretch of the imagination.
Those Marlins are starting to fade a little bit, down to almost 500 now.
Yeah.
Nats can't really quite get it going. Can we go into the league and then let's look at some stats and look at our batting leaders in the National League.
All right, let's do it. So let's go National League, right?
Yeah.
There it is. Robbie Cano smiling, leading the league in hitting. I love it, Gus. That's great. You've been pro Robbie the whole time. It's great.
Look at 4 and 6, by the way.
What's that?
Look at the 4th place. And 3 of the top 7.
That's right. But look who's not even showing up in the RBIs anymore. But that's all right, McNeil. That's okay.
Yeah, but he's Nimmo 2nd there on base.
Love it.
McNeil 5th and Cano 7th. 4 guys over 400 on base.
McNeil also 3rd in runs, and Cano 3rd in doubles. And McNeil also 6th in total bases.
Yeah. Robbie Cano with 101 hits already. And Jeff McNeil with 105.
358. My goodness. Let's take a look at the pitching leaders. All right. Not a lot of Mets showing up. You have a smiling Jacob deGrom there for complete games. We got Lugo with 16 saves showing up there. You got deGrom showing up in the wins. Bless you.
Thank you.
Look at Zach Wheeler having a great year. 1.85 ERA.
Wow.
deGrom's got a shutout. deGrom also second in the league in innings pitched. That's not necessarily a stat I'd love, but that's all right. Oh, second in strikeouts too.
He's our horse. We need him to be up there. We need him to give us innings because we're not getting much, for the most part, out of the bottom of the rotation.
Good point.
So,
good point.
Look at Stroman up there, second in the league in walks. By the way, not great. But,
no, definitely not.
Yeah, things. So we're now over 500 in the month of June, I believe.
I think you're right.
We were 12, so now we should be 13 or retire. We 13.
11 and 11.
11. There we go. All right.
We'll take it. What's happening in Argentina?
Let's go to San Diego.
Let's go to San Diego. Here we go. So we're not playing this game. We're playing the next game, right? But we're setting the lineups.
Oh, no. They got Paddock on the mound in this game?
Is this the one you want to go to?
Yeah, I want to play Paddock. So, let's go back to Rosario 2, Cano 3. I'm going to, Mr. Alonso and Mr. Paddock is the big showdown. So I'm going to show Pete a little vote of confidence, put him back at the cleanup spot here. And then I'm going to go, gosh, this lineup is so freaking deep. I'm going to go McNeil, 5, Conforto, Cespedes, Ramos. Put Ramos up in front of Cespedes. Yo's going to hit 8th. Wow.
That's what we're going with?
Yeah, these are good problems to have.
That's right. But boy, we're facing looks like a red hot lineup, and of course everybody's favorite ball player, Trent Grisham, red hot, 300, 437, 481.
Righty switch, righty, left, righty. Oh, they got Yasiel Puig. Wow. Will Myers is the bottom of that order struggling though. 2 guys hitting under 200. Interesting matchup for Mr. Porcello here. He's been decent for us.
Yeah, 7 and 4, 406. We'll take that, right?
Yeah, Paddock struggling a little bit.
All right, here we go. We're playing this one, folks. We are in San Diego, home of our good friend Matt Piscatella. I think I see Matt right up there. There he is. What's going on, Matt?
This San Diego, of course, the site of the Bartolo Colon home run.
Oh, one of the great moments in Mets history.
The David Wright barehanded catch over his head. And a game-ending 8-2-5 double play during the 86 season where they threw a guy out at the plate on a base hit and then threw out a runner trying to advance to third to end the game.
I do not remember that, but I totally believe you.
You can look it up.
Oh,
So
I will forget to do that as soon as we're done. I guarantee it.
Fantastic.
Not that I don't want to. I just know me, and I know I'll forget. All right. Here's Nimmo to lead off the game, facing Chris Paddock. Let's have some fun, Gus. Let me guess. 72 and sunny.
I'll say 74.
70.
Oh, 70.
Wind's blowing out the center 6 miles an hour.
So your ocean breeze.
Yep.
Kicking in.
There is a ground ball to first for Nimmo to lead off the game. He's out, 1 away for Rosario. Rosario swinging on a 1-0 count. And that is a base hit. So Rosario continues to play very well after a brutal start. He's up to 225, which considering where he was about 30 days ago, he's probably had to hit 340 to get there.
Paddock not good at holding runners. So let's go ahead and the game loves to pitch out. So I don't want to take the bat out of Robbie's hand.
You want to take a pitch or two?
Let's take a pitch.
All right.
All right, now let's steal second.
All right, we're stealing second. Off he goes. He does not go. Didn't like the jump.
Yeah, let's swing away with Robbie.
Not going to try to steal again?
No, because they're going to keep doing that thing where he doesn't run them.
2-2 count. That is going to fall for a base hit. And so we've got first and second. So once again, some first inning fireworks from the Mets. Here's Alonso. You put him in this spot.
Yep.
Here it is, 2-2 count to Alonso, and he strikes out.
Come on, Pete. Got to get going, buddy. The red hot Jeff McNeil.
Come on, McNeil. He's got a 2-2 count. The sun has now set, and the sun sets on the first inning for the Mets as well.
Ah, someone sped up the sun.
Yeah. Well, that's what happens when you don't go pitch by pitch, I'll bet.
Yeah.
All right. Rick Porcello on the mound. 7-4, 4.06 ERA. He goes up against Tommy Pham, who grounds it right over to the second baseman, one away. Here's the red hot Profar, 259, 931 this year. And that is a fly ball to center field, 2 away. And here is Tatis, the youngster, who has everybody so excited. 296, 11 and 40. And he hits it pretty well to center. I think it's going to stay in the park. It's going to go all the way to the wall, and that's the third out. A loud out, but an out nonetheless. Here is Conforto, Ramos, and Cespedes. Paddock threw 21 pitches in that first inning, so at least we made him work for it. It's a 1-1 count to Conforto, and that is going to be a pop-up behind second for the first out. Here's the Buffalo.
Coming off a day off, a little rest.
1-2 count to him, and he strikes out. And here is Cespedes, who is not happy, frankly, about hitting eighth. 0-2 count. And he grounds it down to third. Well hit, but right at the third baseman. It's 1-2-3 again for the Mets.
Well, you know what I like to say? If you don't want to hit eighth, get hits.
There you go.
So.
All right, here's Manny Machado. 1-0 count to him, and he hits it very well to center field. Very well. Nemo goes back. He leaps up. He won't get it. It's a home run. That's his 20th home run of the year. It's 1-0 Padres. Here is my all-time favorite player, Trent Grisham, at the plate. 1-1 to him. And he grounds it down over to Rosario. Play is made. 1 away. Here's Puig, who evidently signed with the Padres. 0-2 to him. And that is strike 3. And now here is Myers. There's a weak shift left on for Myers.
Fine. Yep.
You good with that?
Yep.
Okay. 1-2 to Myers. And that is a strikeout. So a solo home run, but that's all the damage. It's 1-0 Padres. Top third, Porcello leads off.
This lineup with all those hot bats in there, if Porcello gives me 6 with 3 or 4 runs, I'll be happy.
Porcello works a full count at least until he strikes out. Here's Nimmo. Nimmo gets a 1-2 pitch, and he strikes out. That's the 100th strikeout of the season for Paddock. He's got 5 so far today through 2 2/3. And here's Rosario with a 1-1 count. And that is down to the first baseman, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. So the Mets sleepwalking through the early part of the game. Here's Mejia, Paddock, and then Pham. 1-0 to Mejia. Only hitting 176, and he hits a gapper. That's going all the way to the wall. That's going to be a leadoff double. Not what you wanted to see.
Let's go corners in here.
Corners are in.
They are in, okay.
Expecting the bunt from Paddock. Yep, he puts it down, perfectly placed on the first base side. Moves the runner over. Mejia is at third with 1 away and Pham at the plate.
I want to go infield in here.
All right. The infield is in. 0-2 to Pham, and that is strike 3, a huge strikeout. Now we got to finish the deal and get Profar here. Everything normal now?
Yes, sir. Yep.
All right, 2-1 to Profar, and that is grounded over to second, picked up and thrown to first. So excellent job by Mr. Ramsey and by Mr. Porcello. Top four, 1-0 Padres. Here's Cano hitting 360. 360. And he hits it very well to right. I think that's a home run, and that is a home run for Robbie Cano. My goodness, they're talking MVP in New York City about Robbie Cano, Gus.
John Olerud's 354, the highest single-season batting average by a Met.
Wow.
Jose Reyes, the only Met to ever win a batting title.
439 feet. What a shot.
Out into that little sandbox area they got out there. Scattered all the kitties with that
one. All right. So going from red hot to ice cold, it's Pete Alonso. He works a full count, and that is a base hit to right field. So we got to get that ice cold label off him. That's 3 hits in his last like 7 or 8 at bats. So that's something.
Keith Hernandez would be happy right now saying something about, hitting the ball to right field when you're coming out of a slump. That's how you want to do it.
That's right. Jim Balaya, new commish to OOTP. Welcome. Can you do this in an online league with each GM for key games? Online leagues, you don't manage the games, so you can you set your lineups and things like that, but all the games are simulated, so you don't have the live games in the online league. All right, and there's great online league forums at forums.ootpdevelopments.com, by the way, so great resources for online leagues there. All right, so here's McNeil. Alonso's at first, nobody out. Jeff McNeil at the plate. 1-0 to McNeil. I like this count. And that is a pop fly to shallow left, and the play is made by the shortstop. So 1 away. Conforto at the plate. Conforto's got a 2-1 pitch, and he drives it to shallow right field. That'll be 2 outs. Oh, no! It's an error. It's an error. The ball is dropped. First and second, 1 out.
Yasiel Puig tried to get fancy with a basket catch out there. And
wow. So now, Ramos, oh, you're welcome, Jimbalaya. Glad you're enjoying the game. That's awesome. Welcome to the community. It's the best community in video games. All right, here's the Buffalo. First and second, 1 out.
Got to make that hurt.
2-2 count to Ramos. He strikes out. All right, so Cespedes is up now, first and second, 2 away. Tie game. Early, but still a big spot.
Already 63 pitches for Paddock, though.
Yeah, if you could get to Paddock right here, that would be great. Full count.
Runner's moving.
That is strike 3. All right, 1-1 heading to the bottom of the 4th. You've got Tatis, Machado, and Grisham.
A spot here for Porcello. A lockdown inning would be huge.
1-1 count. That's grounded to Rosario. He dives to make the play, and the ball is muffed by Alonso. So the error favor is returned, and Tatis with speed is on first with nobody out.
I want to go outfield deep.
Okay.
I want to go infield double play depth and hold the runner.
All right, infield double play depth and holding the runner. 2-1 count to Machado, who has a home run today already. He hits a pop fly. The shortstop calls for it, and he gets it. So that's a big out. 1 out. Grisham at the plate.
Let's pitch out.
There it is. Pitch out. The runner is not moving.
All right. Let's hold the runner.
You got double play depth. You like that?
Yes, sir.
All right. And that is a base hit to left field. The ball is cut off in left, so the runner does not advance to third. First and second, 1 out. Puig at the plate.
Double play depth.
Okay.
And hold the runner.
1-1 to Puig, and he hits it pretty well to left, but the play will be made. 2 away. The runner does not advance. First and second, 2 outs, and Will Myers at the plate.
Let's make this a full shift left.
All right.
Shift left. Yeah, there you go. And pitch.
Shift left for Myers. 1-2 count, and he hits it very well. That's going to score at least 1, maybe 2. No, it's going to score 3 because it's a 3-run home run.
On a 1-2 pitch with 2 outs.
With 2 outs.
That hurts.
That just means we're going to have to score some runs, Gus.
Yeah. I thought we were going to get out of that.
That is unfortunate. Mejia grounds to second, and that's the third out of the inning. A 4-1 lead for the Padres. But hey, you know what? We can do something with this. Porcel is up. Any thoughts of pinch hitting or no?
No, I need to try to extend them a little bit with our bullpen.
2-2 count. He strikes out. Here's Nimmo. Nimmo gets a 2-2 count, and that's another strikeout. He's up to 9 strikeouts now. Here's Rosario with the 2-0 count. He hits it to center. That's a base hit. So Rosario is on first with 2 away. Robbie Cano, he of the 439-foot home run last time. He's back up, hitting .363.
Swinging away.
He's got a 3-1 count, and that is a pop up to the shortstop. So that's the end of the inning. 4-1 Padres heading to the bottom of the 5th. He got the pitcher up, Paddock. 1-1 count to him. And that is a line out to the second baseman, 1 away for Tommy Pham. Pitching to him, full count. And Pham grounds it over to second, and that is, the play is made, 2 away for Profar. Profar?
Erickson Profar.
Profar, thank you. 0-2 count. And that is hit very well to right field. I think the play will be made, and it is. So a good bounce back 1-2-3 inning for Porcello. We needed that. But now what we need, Gus, we need your bat.
Well, they've gone to the pen here.
Oh yeah, look at that. After 5.
Interesting.
How many innings pitches did Paddock throw?
Only like 70.
Interesting.
75.
Very interesting. All right, well, it's our turn to do something with this. Alonso gets a full count. And that is ball 4. That's his 30th walk of the season. He's on first for McNeil.
Swinging away.
1-2 count to McNeil. And that is strike 3. Here's Conforto. He's got a 1-2 count. Lefty on lefty. And that is hit opposite field. A diving play is made, unfortunately, by the left fielder. 2 outs. Tommy Pham with a good play. And here's Ramos. Ramos has the 1-2 count. And he hits it well. That's going to get all the way to the wall. The question is, can the run score? I think it will. I think Ramos is going to have a RBI triple. Are you kidding me, Gus Ramsey? Triple for the Buffalo. Impossible. The impossible has happened. You talk about crazy things happening in San Diego. That might be crazier than Cologne's home run.
Let's see. Wilson Ramos career triples.
Tell me he's got at least 1.
He has 2.
Okay.
And
Not unprecedented.
3,468 plate appearances. He's got 2 triples. We need to get into the bullpen here in case Cespedes keeps the inning going. Let's warm up Mr. Seawald since he's got a fresh arm. And let's hope the Buffalo, Mr. Cespedes can.
Another run would be nice here, yo.
Yes, it would.
0-2 count, strike 3.
Oh, he is floundering.
All right, so the Mets get 1 though. It's 4-2. We're still alive in this thing, but we got to get through this inning. This is Tatis, Machado, and Grisham. They've been hurting us today. Tatis is 0 for 2 today, though.
Well, he reached on the error, I think.
1 and 2 to him, and he hits it well. That's pretty deep center field. The play is not made. That is a leadoff double. He disappeared into the fence for a second there. I wasn't sure what happened to Nimmo.
Like that minor leaguer ran through the wall.
That's right.
Rodney McRae, I think his name was.
That's right.
Do I want to walk Machado to pitch to your guy?
I think you do.
I think I do too, yep.
All right, so we are going to intentionally walk Manny.
Go double play depth.
We'll go double play depth. Hold the runner.
Yeah.
Okay. Double play depth. Hold the runner. First and second. Nobody out. 2-2 count. And that's a big strikeout. That's one away now. So Grisham goes down swinging. When I go down, Gus, I go down swinging. That's what we do.
Attaboy.
All
Double
right,
play
here's
depth
Puig.
here.
First and second, one out. Double play depth.
Yes, sir.
All right. 1-1 to Puig. And that is ripped down the line at third base. And that is going to get by the third baseman for a hit. And now it's just sitting out there now. So Puig gets the RBI double. He's at second. It's 5-2 Giants. Second and third, one out.
Ooh.
And Myers, who had the 3-run bomb, is up.
Let's walk him.
All right.
And let's double switch Seawald into the game.
All right. So
So
Seawald goes in what spot?
Cespedes' spot.
All right. By the way, my cat says hello, everybody.
And then put JD in the 9 spot.
JD Davis comes in for in the Porcello spot.
Yep.
Okay.
And then make JD the third baseman. Seawald the pitcher. And McNeil the left fielder.
All right.
Okay. And I think the infield's in here already. If it is, that's good.
Yep. Infield is in. Base is loaded. Seawald at the plate. One out. Mets trying to hang on here. 2-2 count. And that is a strikeout. So that's big.
Oof,
Hosmer is the pinch hitter.
Shift guard third. I don't want to guard third. I want to go extreme shift or deep shift right, whatever it's called.
Deep shift right.
Yeah.
Okay.
And pitch away.
2-1 count. And he hits it right into that perfect shift, and the play is made. Hanging on, staying alive. The Mets give up one, but it could have been a lot worse. It's 5-2 in the top of the seventh. J.D. Davis leads off.
Good job by Seawald there.
Very good job. Excellent point. New pitcher is Pierce Johnson.
He's injured. There it is. Right.
What's that?
He's apparently injured, but pitching.
Oh, really? Where does it say he's injured? Oh, right there.
Lineup, yeah.
He has a strained back. So
Yeah.
we should be able to jump all over him, right? Full count to J.D. Davis. Come on, J.D. Give me a walk. That full count. And there's a walk. Davis is on first with nobody out. For Nimmo.
Brandon's having a tough day. See if he can get something started.
1-2 count. He strikes out.
Ahmed, 2 for 3.
0-1 to Rosario. And that gets by him. So the runner will advance to second. J.D. Davis is at second with one away. Rosario is still at the plate. 2-1 pitch to him, and that is a ground ball over to first.
Let's play over there.
Yeah. So 2 outs. Davis on third. Robbie Cano up. It's hard to ask for more from Cano, but you'd really love a 2-out hit here to again just get you within a couple. Full count to Cano, and he walks. So the tying run is at the plate in the form of Mr. Pete Alonso.
And they're going to bring in Craig Stammen.
Craig Stammen is now the pitcher.
Bring in the righty.
And he's swinging at the first pitch. And that is hit well to left field, and that's going to score at least one. So that is a double for Alonso, and he drives in a run. Second and third, 2 outs. That's big for a lot of reasons. Alonso is looking like he's heating up. So now it is a big spot. A single ties the game. 2 outs and Jeff McNeil at the plate.
Don't fall into that broadcaster trap. A single maybe ties the game. Not a guarantee that he's going to score. With a base hit to right, he's not scoring on Puig's arm. So
Excellent point. I'm getting too excited.
Yep.
Come on, Jeff McNeil. 3-1 count. He gets a base hit to left field. That's going to go all the way to the wall. That will score two. McNeil is at second, and that is a game-tying double. Yes. I love it. 5-5. Still, inning continues. McNeil's at second. Conforto at the plate. He can tie it here.
Let's jump into the bullpen real quick. And everybody's still a little tired, huh?
Thinking about maybe Bratch.
Yeah, let's warm up Brock just in case we rally a little bit more.
All right.
Conforto has not. He had that stretch where he had 4 homers in 4 games, and I always think of him as a good hitter in California. He's from Oregon, right? So he should like the West Coast.
I agree.
Big spot right here. Big spot right here.
Big spot. Full count. And that is a fly ball to left field. Long run, but the play is made. But the Mets tie it up. Huge inning.
Well done, Pete Alonso.
Clutch at bats. Well done, Alonso. Well done, McNeil. It's 5-5. Sewell's still in the game.
Top of the order for Seawold here. We'll give it a shot.
Here's Tommy Pham. He's swinging at the first pitch. That's grounded over to third. The play is made. 1 out.
Comes into the game and the ball finds him right away, of course. Let's keep Profar off the base, and I'll take Tatis with nobody on and 2 outs. That would be nice.
1-1 count to Profar. He grounds it softly to short. Picked up. Play is made. 2 away. Here's Tatis. Nobody on. 2 outs.
Go get him.
Outfield is shifted left. You all right with that?
Yes.
Looks like he's getting on with a walk. Indeed, he is. A 4-pitch walk. Not what you want to see with the Red Hot Machado up.
Let's visit the mound. Let's cancel that. And let's hold the runner. And outfield. Okay.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's all right. All good. I should have said something.
Well, that's a base hit. And the runner makes it into third. He's safe. So first and third with 2 away. And Trent Grisham at the plate.
Yep. Not surprising that you're going to give up hits to Tatis and Machado, so I'm not going to overreact. Let's just pitch away.
All right. Trent Grisham is swinging at the first pitch, and that is grounded over to second, over to first, and the out.
Paul Sewald getting it done.
Getting it done big time. Big time. We're in the 8th. It's a tie game. Stammen is still in. It is Ramos, the pitcher spot, and Davis. I assume, Brack is our guy coming in. We don't need to do bullpen work, or do you want to get something else going in the pen?
Let's see what happens first with Ramos.
Here's Ramos. He works a full count. He grounds it over to second. 1 away.
All right. It's been a while since I've pressed the right button with a pinch hitter. Let's go with Dom.
Another Gus favorite, Dominic Smith. The lefty is up against Stammen. 1 out, nobody on. 1-2 count. And that is hit very well. Once again, Dom Smith validating the selection. You got that one right, Gus. That is a pinch hit double for Dom Smith. He's at second with he's at second with 1 away for J.D. Davis.
Let's peek into the bullpen again real quick. And no, we're good. We'll stand for now.
Big spot here for J.D.
Yeah.
1-0 count. And Davis grounds it right to the shortstop. 2 away. Here's Nimmo.
Brandon can make up for a crappy game with a big hit right here. 0 for 4. I think he struck out 3 times.
I think you're right. 1-2 count. Make it 4 strikeouts.
Golden sombrero.
Woof. All right. Brack is coming in.
Yeah, we'll leave him where the pitcher was. So
Okay. All right. Brack is in. Puig is at the plate.
huge inning for Brock, who's not been very good this year.
It's a 1-0 count. Puig hits it very well. That is high. That is far. That is caught.
Woo.
Yeah. Dodged the bullet there.
That was one of those ones where the camera makes it seem like it's going to be a homer.
Yes. Exactly. Here's Will Myers. He have the 3-run homer today.
Yeah.
We got a week shift left on right now.
Yeah, let's go regular shift left.
All right. 1-1 to him. And that is hit to the center fielder for a base hit. He's on first with one away. Mejia at the plate, followed by the pitcher spot.
I don't think they're going to bunt here, so let's go double play depth and hold the runner.
Double play depth, holding the runner, full count, and that is a walk.
All right, let's visit the mound and then warm somebody up.
All right, who do you want to warm up?
Diaz.
All right, so he's warming up, and now we'll go visit the mound. All right.
Pinch hitting Frenchie Cordero here.
Frenchie Cordero.
He's not pumping. Let's go double play depth. Good pitch away.
1-0 count. 1-0 count. That's hit pretty well to center, but the play is going to be made. The runner does tag and will make it to third. So first and third, 2 outs. Tommy Pham at the plate. What do we do?
We're hoping Brad Brock's got one more out now.
All right. Here's the pitch. 1-2 count. He does have another one, Gus. Strikeout. Love it. Let's go indeed. Great managing so far. My goodness. 5-5, top of the ninth. Everybody you want hitting is coming up. Rosario, Cano, Alonso, McNeil.
Andres Munoz.
Munoz is pitching.
Walked some guys this year and pitching to ERA over 5 out of the bullpen. All right. Diaz is already warming up, right? Yeah, we're good to go. Let's go.
All right. 1-0 count to Rosario.
Been a while since he hit one over the fence.
He hits a fly ball to center field. That'll be the first out. Here is the absolutely red hot Robbie Cano. 361. 2 for 3 today, including a home run. He's swinging on an 0-1 pitch, and that is going to be an out. Popped out to the second baseman. 2 outs for Alonso. Pop would be nice right about now. It's a full count to the polar bear, and he strikes out.
Somehow he's only got 13 home runs on the year.
And I think he had 12 of them in the first 40 days.
He missed, a couple weeks or whatever it was, but still. Man. All right, Mr. Brock. You're going batter by batter here, buddy.
Whew, this is dangerous. My goodness. Here's Profer. Full count to him. And he grounds it to short. 1 away. 1 away for Tatis. What do you want to do here?
We're going batter by batter. So let's go.
You got an infield normal, the outfield shifted to the left for Tatis.
Let's guard lines with the infield.
Okay. 0-1 count. And that is grounded right to the shortstop. 2 away. Brach is giving you everything possible. He's at 28 pitches. He is almost done, and Manny Machado is at the plate.
I got to bring in Diaz here. They can't let a tired Brad Brock pitch to Manny Machado.
It's the right call, Gus. Whether it works out or not, it's the right call. Here's Edwin Diaz facing Manny Machado. No pressure, Edwin. Just a tie game, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs.
Let's go outfield deep and guard the lines here, please.
Outfield is deep, and we are guarding the lines. 2-2 pitch. Strike three.
Hey, guess what? Another extra inning game on the West Coast.
Who would have thought it, Gus? Who would have thought it?
A lot of late nights for those East Coast fans on this trip.
All right, it's McNeil, Conforto, and Ramos facing Munoz, who's staying in the game. McNeil swinging at the first pitch, and he's hit. He is not swinging. He is hit on the first pitch.
There's not a lot, too. Let's go hit and run.
We're going hit and run here with Conforto. He swings and misses. Is the runner safe or out? He is out.
Come on. Put the ball and play, Michael. Jesus, girl.
Conforto does work to a full count, and he hits it well. He hits it far. He hits a home run. Michael Conforto just gets over the wall.
Putting the ball in play.
Just gets over the wall. It's 6-5 Mets. That is big. That's an overstatement. Excuse me, that's an understatement, but that's big.
I was not that too early on my Conforto home run prediction.
Love that. All right, here's Ramos. Are we thinking of the bullpen at all, or are you going to stick with Diaz?
I think now I'm going to stick with Diaz.
All right, here's Ramos. We'd love to get some insurance. One run is not a lot. Ramos grounds it over to short. The play is made 2 away. And here's the pitcher spot. You're hitting Diaz here?
I am, yeah.
All right. 0-2 to Diaz, who does not bat. And he shows it as he strikes out on 3 pitches. But that's okay. He's not here to bat. He's here to get 3 outs right now. And he's got Grisham, Puig, and Myers. So we got guard lines, outfield deep. What do you think?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Diaz got a 1-0 count to Grisham. And that is a base hit. Leadoff single for Trent Grisham.
Yeah,
here's Yasiel Puig.
Double play depth and hold the runner.
Double play depth, holding the runner. 2-2 count to Puig. And that is strike 3. Big, 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 big.
Jump into the bullpen real quick for me.
All right.
So they got Myers, Mejia, and the pitcher spot. Warm up both Lugo and Wilson.
All right.
Okay. And then double play depth and hold the runner.
Double play depth, holding the runner. 2-2 count. And that is strikeout. Diaz has struck him out. There are now 2 outs. Man on first. Mejia at the plate.
Pitch away.
Come on, Edwin. That is a fly ball to right field. And the play is made. The Mets win, Gus.
That's a big comeback victory right there.
Big comeback victory. Down 4-1. And 5-2. The Mets come back, score 3 in the 7th, 1 in the 10th, and they win. They win. The hero of the game, well, Conforto with a 10th inning shot for sure, but Robbie Cano with the home run.
A big double by Alonso.
Huge double by Alonso.
Some 2-out RBIs there by McNeil, Alonso, and Ramos. Solid bullpen work.
Porcello, Sewald, Brock, and Diaz all pitched.
Huge outing by Sewald. Coming in, bases loaded, 1 out. Getting out of that. And then the next inning, getting out of the inning as well.
And the Mets remain 1 game behind the Braves. So let's wrap up this West Coast trip.
Look on the schedule real quick.
Yeah.
So if you like extra inning baseball, or the 5 games tonight have gone
look at this. 4 out of 5 so far on this trip. That's pretty darn good.
Click on the info tab and see what our extra inning 1-loss record is on the year.
7-1. And look at that 1-run games, Gus. 21-5 in 1-run games.
That's ridiculous. Yeah. And over 500 right now in June.
That's right. It took a 4-game winning streak, but we'll take it.
Yeah, sure. All right.
All right, let's set the lineups and then sim the last couple of games and see what we can do. What do you want the lineup to look like for the second game?
Chris Archer. Good. They're sitting Nemo. He needs to sit. Oh God, they're sitting everybody. McNeil. You know. Whew, look at this ragtag lineup they threw in there for me. Everybody's tired.
Bender guy says that was the kind of game you'd get your adrenaline going. You'd wind up staying up to watch the whole post game live show on SNY.
Yeah. All right. I can't sit both Cano and McNeil, so I'm gonna give um, Robbie the day off. We'll put McNeil in there uh, for Lowry, and then oh God, there's all kinds of issues with this lineup. If they don't have a center fielder, click on Cespedes. What is he in center field? He's at 25. Okay, so we're going to see him left field. Well, he's the left fielder anyway. So, all right. So Cespedes has to go to left. Conforto's got some center field in him, correct?
Yeah, let's take a look at him real quick. But he is a 40 center fielder, so.
All right, so let's stick Scooter in center field, and let's put uh, Eduardo Nunez will play second base. JD will play third base. McNeil will play right field. And then from a lineup standpoint, let's go Rosario 1, McNeil 2, Alonso, Conforto, JD, Ramos, Cespedes, Nunez. This is
Right?
yeah. Well, this is something here. All right, let's see if Mr. Matz can follow up on his strong effort from the last time out.
Let's do it. What do we got? We have a Mets win, 4-2. Another excellent pitching outing. This time Matz goes 8 innings. Matz is back-to-back strong innings. His ERA is well below 5 now, thank goodness. He's up to 4-7. And Lugo with his 19 saves. Seth Lugo is 7-0 with 19 saves and an 0.75 ERA, Gus. That's amazing.
Conforto with a homer. JD with a double. Alonso 0 for 4.
Ramos with a double as well.
Ramos with 2 errors. He's got 8 errors. But yeah, the story of the game is Steven Matz finding his rhythm on the West Coast.
Love it.
On a 5-game win streak for the Metropolitans.
5-game win streak. Let's take a look at the standing. Well, let's finish today. Let's see if we caught up and are tied in first place with the Braves, and we are. So here we go, Gus. We got the Sunday game on a 5-game winning streak, and we're in first place.
And the NL East also comprises the top 3 teams in the wild card.
Yep.
First place Mets.
And really, the 4, if you consider the Dodgers and Marlins are tied.
Yes, true. True.
All right.
Pete Alonso 9 for 70. Tough stretch.
With no homers, too.
Yeah, no homers and 70 at bats is almost impossible for him.
All right, let's set the lineups and let's see if we can't make this a 6-1 road trip. What do you say?
That would be wonderful. They got Zach Davies on the mound. All right, so let's give Mr. Ramos another day off. This has been a long, grueling trip. So put Nito in there for Ramos.
And we do have an off day tomorrow as well, so whoever's gassed pitching should come back and look. Yeah. We got some.
Well, the starters the last couple of games have helped open for sure. I'm going to put JD in left. for Cespedes. Get him 2 days off, and I'm going to put Dom in there for Pete. Pete's coming around a little bit, but give him 2 days off. Stack the lefties here against Davies. Nimmo has been a little flounderish lately, so let's go Rosario 1, Cano 2, JD 3, Fordo 4. Loading up my lefties here. Let's go Nimmo 5, Nunez 6, Dom 7, Nito 8.
All right. And Marcus Stroman with the excellent one-loss record, but the not-so-excellent ERA.
Pitched
And
okay last time out, 6 and a third, I think, in a run. So,
is that what we're going with?
yeah. So this is the last game, right? So
Yep.
let's go to send to the 7th, and we'll see where we're at.
All right. Go to the 7th inning, and it is 2-1 Mets in the top of the 7th.
Stroman pitching well. All right. Well, let's swing away here with Mr. Nito.
He strikes out. So here's Stroman, who has thrown 90 pitches.
He's feeling good. Sure, he deserves to stay in this game right now. He's got the lead. I wouldn't take Tom Seaver out, so I'm not going to take Marcus Stroman out.
Interesting analogy.
Yeah, it's late on a Friday night.
Indeed it is. He grounds out. Here is Rosario with nobody on and 2 away. And he's going to get an extra base hit. That's going to be at least a double. He might even try for 3 with that speed. He is rounding second. No, he's not rounding second. That's a double with 2 outs. And here's Cueto at the plate.
He's 1 for 3 on the day. He's got to have. He's got to have some kind of hitting streak going.
For sure.
He might have had an 0 for snuck in an 0 for one of these games, but.
And Cueto grounds it slowly over to third. He will not make it to first, however. So it's 2-1 Mets heading to the bottom of the 7th. All right, so here is Stroman facing Hosmer, Mejia, and Cordero.
Well, they got a makeshift lineup kind of too. He's got plenty of gas in the tank. Let's pitch away.
All right, 1-1 pitch. And that is a base hit to right field. So a leadoff single.
Hosmer, California kid, I believe, and had some big games for Team USA baseball in that ballpark out there in Petco when they won the World Baseball Classic a few years ago. I don't think Mejia's bunting here. We'll go double play depth.
Are we holding the runner?
Of course.
2-2 count, and that is a ground ball over to short. It's the
Turn
second
it.
for 1 and
Turn it. Let's go.
double play. And now here's Cordero. We got a shift right, and the outfield shifted right for Cordero.
That's fine.
All right. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and that is grounded right into that shift. An excellent inning for Stroman. He's got 7 complete so far. All right, 8th inning, 2-1 Mets, trying for the sweep and trying for a 6-1 road trip. Here's J.D. Davis facing Pierce Johnson. I think he was president in 1835. And that is a leadoff single for J.D. Davis. He's at first with nobody out. Conforto at the plate. Little insurance would be great here, but Conforto strikes out against the lefty. There's 1 away. Here's another lefty in Nimmo.
Let's drop a bunt here.
All right. Nimmo's bunting on a 1-0 count. He gets it down the first base line. They go to second. And they get the lead runner at second. 2 outs. Nimmo at first.
Good play by Mejia. This is similar to some of those games in San Francisco where we had a ton of hits, but not a ton of runs.
Nunez at the plate. 0-2 to Nunez. And he grounds it over to short and throw to second, and that's the game. That's the inning. Bottom 8.
let's jump into the bullpen and warm up Mr. Betances.
All right. Here is Will Myers, the pinch hitter.